I just feel really great. You know, I just want to give the thanks to the fans who came and made this filled up the arena. I feel like we did exactly. The fight lived up to what it was supposed to live up to. It was bad blood, but I'm glad that me and Caleb Plant were able to fight like warriors in the ring and bury the beef basically. But I knew I was stronger than him, and I knew I had a lot to prove. I had a lot to show to the fans. A lot of people said I didn't have defense. I just come forward. Yeah, I do come forward, but I have a lot of defense. I have a lot of tricks up my sleeve too, and I think I showed it that I'm a monster. You know, after the 6th round picked up, I just started picking up and, just started, landing some big shots, countering the body shots. And then as soon as I started got the engine going, and it was just no turning back. And, like I said, I love this. I have one of the best fighting spirits in the game, and I just love going toe-to-toe with anybody.
Well, we loved watching throughout the course of the 12 rounds. Questions for David Benavidez. We'll start off over here with Keith Heidick.
David, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
You said before the fight that you would not be satisfied if you did not stop him. Was it at all not satisfying because you didn't get the stoppage?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little disappointed I didn't get the stoppage, but you guys seen how his face looked. He was really bloody, and I was really imposing my will. I really beat him up really good, and like I said, I'm not really satisfied because I didn't get the knockout, but this is a great way to get a victory, just dominating performance. It was a great performance. There's a lot of things I could tweak in my game to make sure I get the stoppage next time, but also I feel like, I don't want to throw Kenny Bayless under the bus, but, he didn't call Caleb Plant out in any of the clinches he was doing the whole fight, and I think if Kenny Bayless would have said something about the clinches, maybe he would have stopped Caleb from trying to clinch, and I would have clipped him, but I was hurting him a lot of times, busted his eye open, hurt him to the body, and I can still get better. But I am satisfied with this performance. I'm not going to say I'm not. I am very satisfied.
My last question for you is: your dad said the other day if he were Eddie Reynoso, he wouldn't put Canelo anywhere near you. Do you feel the same way that it's going to unfold like that he's not going to fight you, or do you think he eventually will?
I mean, I feel like as Canelo Alvarez, he needs these fights. A big fighter like me, this is definitely a really big fight. As you can see, as me and Caleb Plant was a huge fight. So I think it'll be huge pay-per-view numbers. And I mean, let's just take it back to fighting, man. I mean, I want to prove myself. Canelo's proved himself, but I feel like he needs to give me the opportunity too. And it's not like I'm begging for something. I've been mandatory for the past 2 fights, so it's something I've earned. And especially after this fight. I showed that I belonged to be. I deserved to be in there. I wasn't really getting hit as much. I mean, my defense was good. I thought Caleb Plant was faster, so I was really countering, and I was using my head movement and defense good. I know I could get better, but I feel like the only fight that people want to see in super middleweight is me versus Canelo. So let's give it to him.
Questions for David Benavidez.
David, en español, Ernesto Amador de No Puedes Jugar Boxeo, aquí a tu derecha. Acá, David, aquí mero. David, antes que nada, creo que la gente piensa que es muy fácil noquear arriba del cuadrilátero. Y yo creo que no hay nada que reclamarte, absolutamente nada de tu actuación. Pero quisiera hacerte 2 preguntas. La primera, ¿no crees que fue sumamente valiente Caleb Plant y merece un reconocimiento?
Sí, pues es un peleador muy bueno. Se estaba moviendo mucho, pero yo creo que la razón que no lo quiere es porque Kenny Bayless no le estaba diciendo nada cuando me estaba agarrando bastante toda la pelea. So, yo creo que por eso no lo noqueé, pero él es un guerrero también, es un peleador muy bueno, so, le tengo mucho respeto también.
Well, I didn't knock him out because Kenny Bayless didn't allow me to, really. People think that knocking people out may be easy, but it's not. And I still feel like Plant was a warrior. I really respect him. And, I won rightfully the way that I could,
Y finalmente, David, haciendo un análisis de David Benavidez, ¿te sientes listo ya para que la siguiente pelea sea con Canelo Álvarez? Haciendo un análisis tú mismo de tu actuación, si la siguiente para ti es Canelo.
Sí, pues ahorita yo me siento 100% listo para Canelo. Yo creo que hay muchas cosas que puedo arreglar en el gimnasio y eso es lo que voy a hacer. Me voy a tomar unas vacaciones, 3 semanas, descanso y pues vamos a comenzar a trabajar otra vez. Pero yo creo que sí, estamos listos para Canelo en septiembre. Yo creo que él me tiene que dar la chance para pelearlo y estamos listos, los fans están listos, yo estoy listo y hay que darle la pelea.
The question was, do you feel ready for Canelo now that you took care of Plant? And David said that he's 100% ready. I'm 100% ready. I'm going to take a quick vacation for 3 weeks. Then it's time to come back to the gym, tweak some things, and then let's give the fans and everybody what they want.
Yeah, we all want that fight. I especially. Can you imagine? More questions for the media.
Hey, David. Congratulations to you and the family, man. You don't really get tested like this in fights too often. I guess, where did you kind of find it inside, to kind of turn things around when they needed to happen? And then, what kind of changed the fight for you? Did it feel to you like your power would overcome him at some point?
Yeah, I mean, the main thing is that I wanted to be patient. I mean, Caleb Plant is a great counterpuncher. As you can see, he's really fast. I didn't want to just go in there and then get countered with any, shots. I really had to take my time. I think you guys seen a good jab. My jab was way more effective than Caleb Plant's. You guys are only talking about Caleb Plant having the more better jab and stuff like that. But as soon as I got in there, the fight is not a 4 or 6 round fight. It's a 12-round fight, so you got to start slow. But as soon as I found my groove, there's nothing you could do to stop me. I hurt him to the body, hurt him to the head, cut the ring off pretty good, and like I said, I'm just satisfied with this. There's a lot of things I could fix in my game, but overall, I'm satisfied with this. This is my first fight pay-per-view. This is the biggest fight I've ever been in. This is the biggest fight of my life, and I feel like I did amazing. We went out there. I told you I was going to put a beating on Caleb Plant. That's exactly what I did.
Anthony, you got a question down here?
Hey, David, right here. Quick question right here, David, in front. After seeing your stablemate Ryo lose the way he did on those judges' scorecards, after that battle in the 12th round, after it rang, did you guys have any thoughts or second guess that maybe the judges would go against you guys?
That's a good question. I wasn't thinking of that at all. I mean, I was just a little disappointed because I thought Ryo was more effective. He rocked him a lot. That was his fight. I had to fight. He fought his game. I had to find my game plan. I couldn't think of if the judge were gonna rob it. So I just had to keep fighting my game plan, stay disciplined, stay focused, and that's exactly what I did.
David, right here, brother. Steven Cordeño, KO Artist Sports. Congratulations, man. Talk to me about the end of the fight. The bell rings. You raise your hand. You're kind of walking around the ring, and Caleb comes up to you, kind of puts his arm around you. You guys exchange words. Talk to me about that moment there.
I just told him, man to man, sorry for all the trash talk that we went at each other. We were talking a lot of shit to each other. A lot of it. I'm not going to say it wasn't necessary because it was necessary because this fight was huge. It was a huge fight, and sometimes that's what you need to bring the best out of the two men. And we're both warriors. He's a warrior. He definitely showed it, but I showed it that I'm the better warrior. And I wanted this opportunity to be challenged by a top super middleweight. He's definitely top 3. I'm top 2. The number 1 is Canelo. So, we both had a lot to fight for. The winner supposedly is going to get Canelo. And, so I put everything into this training camp, And I know he did too. But, at the end of the day, I don't want to hold no grudges against nobody. I'll only do that unless we're building a fight or something. But after that, there's no need. I'm not that type of guy. I've never been that type of guy. So I have nothing respect for Caleb Plant, and I'm happy he gets to go home to his family safe.
Congratulations, David. This is a question for Samson. This is a while ago, but you called the chances of fighting Canelo a fantasy fight. I was wondering if you thought those chances had changed, and did they change tonight? What do you think about that, about the Canelo possibility?
Well, I thought that it would never happen. Now I believe it could happen, and the reason is because you have nobody else to fight. You have anyone of equality of opposition that he deserves. Canelo. So I believe that he will understand and he will take the chance to fight the Mexican monster.
Hey, David, congratulations. Most people watched the fight, had the fight on even terms, or maybe had Plant, first half of the fight. Was there a particular instance or a flurry, a punch that you felt the fight being turned in your favor?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys seen it, but I hit him with a body shot, and I heard him go, ugh. And then I told him, I heard you. I told him, I heard you. And that's what changed everything. That was in round 4. And from there, it was just kept hitting him with body shots, kept hitting him with hard shots. I know I'm the harder puncher. That's why I'm told you guys. I've said it over and over again. Everybody I've been in the ring with, I've hurt. Everybody since I was 14 years old. And that's something that nobody could take away from me. I know I got that power, you know, and if somebody pushes me to the limit like that, I get even stronger. So, yeah, that was basically when it turned, and I just kept hurting him. I was really surprised because I don't know if it's just the neck workouts we've been doing, or I don't know what it is. I don't feel the power with these guys at all. And I didn't feel the power with Caleb Plant. I thought it was going to be way faster. Or I guess I just, you know, I worked on my head movement really good. But I didn't really feel threatened at all. I don't know. Yeah, it was just a good fight. I was just in it 100%. I was just in it 100%. I'm just happy to be in these type of fights because I really love this. I really love fighting. I love going toe-to-toe.
Well, David, the night belongs to you, so we'll give you final thoughts as you conclude still the WBC interim super middleweight champion of the world, remaining undefeated, main eventing here, a raucous crowd, passionate, people watching all over the world. Your final thoughts as you get ready to enjoy a nice vacation with your lovely family.
I'm just happy, man. I'm happy that I could give these type of fights to the people. I mean, the people really enjoy this type of fights. And like I said, I'm willing to put my body on the line to make sure the fans get these type of fights because at the end of the day, I don't care about belts, none of that. I feel like I'm a world champion because the fans make me feel like that. And I'll give I'll put myself on the line for anybody just so you guys can enjoy these type of fights. And thank you so much. I'm really appreciative and grateful for everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, still undefeated David Benavidez with a riveting victory over Caleb Plant. Thank you so much for joining us all week long. We'll talk to you in a few weeks. David Benavidez remaining undefeated. What a battle here in Las Vegas. Good night, everybody.